Guten Tag, it's Braden from Thrift Addicted, and today I'm gonna live up to the channel's namesake, and I want to take you guys thrifting with me, so let's get her done. Jeez. If you're ever looking for a beautiful vacation spot with nice weather, Eastern Idaho is the place to be. That was a lie. It's mid-April, 40 degrees with 25-mile-an-hour wind. As you could hear in that short footage of me being out there. It is kind of nice though when the weather's colder because I can take the poopy dog. Look at that good boy. Mellow. Hi. Because when it's colder outside, I can take him with me. Don't have to worry about him overheating in the car. Just leave him some water with the window cracked and we're golden. And normally to make it worth it for him, for making him sit in the car for a while I thrift, I like to take him to the park. But if the wind is this bad, like this is terrible. If the wind stays this bad, we'll probably have to go back to the apartment, give him like a big fat bone or some kind of treat. But I said the word, I said the treat word. Look at him. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? If it dies down, we'll take him to the park. I know I say we a lot in my videos, and it's probably gonna keep happening. I don't know why, it's just me. I have no employees, I don't have a wife, it's just me and the dog. So when I say we, just know I mean I haven't sourced in a few days. I decided to make a dent in my death pile. I think I'm gonna show you guys the madness soon. But it's kind of embarrassing because I have so much stuff that I don't have listed. But I've listed 30 to 40 items for the past 3-4 days. So I've taken a good chunk out of the death pile, and today I thought, I've been good, so might as well fill that dent up with more inventory. My goal from now on is whenever I go sourcing, to list everything I source. Even if I source 40, 50 items, all of that needs to be listed by the end of the day. Plus, at least one item from the death pile. And then days when I'm not sourcing, I need to list at least 10 things from the death pile. So I'm not driving myself insane by not thrifting or not sourcing, but at the same time, I am making room and getting rid of stuff from the death pile. That wasn't a bad stop, nothing to help me retire early or anything, but I mean, keeps the lights on, gets the little guy his treats. I'm gonna go to one more store real quick, because you make your money when you buy. Except I've got like 500 things in my death pile right now, so I guess I don't have to buy to make money, but I'm thrift addicted and that's what I'm gonna do. Cool, so I made it back home. I'd say that second store was a lot better. Got the Lululemon. So right now I'll put on the screen the estimated value of all that we got today, as well as about how much we'll make off of everything after fees and shipping and cost of goods. I think to end this video, I want to talk about some things to watch out for when you're thrifting. I ran into a couple things today that I didn't film that I think we all should be aware of. So I'll go inside, give the doggy the treat he was promised, and let's get to it. All right, so we're here back in HQ. And like I said, I just want to go over a few quick tips and things to beware of when you're outsourcing. And that first tip is to look out for fakes. I ran into 2 fake shirts that I thought were good at first today. The first, I got a picture of the logo because it was just so bad. This is a terrible fake. It was from a Lacoste shirt. If you don't know Lacoste, it's the brand with the alligator. You've probably seen them on shows about like cartels and gangs in the 80s and 90s. It was one of the hottest brands back then, and it still sells really well. And I found this polo, and the tag itself looked pretty good. Then I went and looked at the logo, and this is what it looked like. See the different colored green on the stitching? This is a really, really bad fake. I'd say 40 to 50% of the Lacoste that I see out in the wild is fake. And a couple things to look out for is if the alligator logo on the chest isn't stitched on, it's almost guaranteed to be a fake. Now this one was stitched on, but you can see how terrible the stitching is. The tag and the logo don't look high quality. That might be fake. And I'll put up a picture of a real Lacoste logo. And I'm not an expert. If it's a really, really good fake, there's a chance I won't even know. But make sure you do everything you can not to sell fake goods, because first off, it's illegal. Second off, it can get your store banned on any platform, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Poshmark, Mercari, all of them you can get banned for selling fake goods. And third, your buyers don't deserve fake goods. They're trusting you that you're an honest seller, that you're doing all you can to sell them quality items. And as sellers, it's our responsibility to do the research and make sure that we have genuine items. I know a lot of times when you're out thrifting and you find a really good item, it's exciting and you grab it, you look over it real quick, and then you throw it in your cart and you don't think about it. And if you're like me, you go home and you get ready to list it. You don't notice a big old oil stain or there's a big tear in it. One flaw I overlook all the time, and I'm sure other people overlook as well. It's common in jeans and other pants. I haven't seen it in shorts, but it's right in the delicates, right in the crotchal region. When you wear jeans a lot and you're walking, you might not be chafing, but your pants could be. There's been probably 5 times where I've bought jeans and taken them home and found out there's a big old hole here, or it's worn down to the point where they're unusable. And one time I didn't even notice it while listing. I sold it, shipped it to the buyer, but they sure noticed it. I ended up just giving them a full refund without a return because the jeans were useless. So make sure you always check the awkward area when you buy jeans. Another tip I thought of is with video games. Video games are really easy to check, but sometimes people don't. So the first thing I look for when I buy a video game is the instruction manual with it. Because with any video game, it's worth more and more desirable if you have this little manual with it. And obviously make sure the game's still in it. And third, check the quality of the video game. This one's got a few scratches, but I have a PS2, and so I tested it and it runs fine. But if the game you buy is a disc and you can't test it, make sure that there's not major damage on the back of the disc. If there is damage, show it in photos so the buyer knows what they're buying. Alright, and the final tip today is less of something to beware of and more of something to look out for. Empty boxes. This is a beat up Nintendo 64 box. I'm gonna pull it open. It actually has almost everything short of the console in it. It's got the styrofoam, it's got all of the manuals and the ads for games in it, and it's just the box. It doesn't come with controllers, console, games, nothing, but they still sell for decent money. I can't remember off the top of my head what that box is worth, but I'll put it on the screen. It doesn't even have to be a vintage box. People buy them for smartphones, for tablets, for everything. One time I destroyed my phone and I ended up upgrading to a different phone, and I sold the box and it sold for like 25 bucks. And people buy them for a few reasons. Some people like them to complete the set if they just have the video game console. Sometimes when people go to sell an item, they realize if it has the box, it's worth about 50 more. And so they can go and buy a box for 30 and then mark it up that much more. Well, that's gonna do it for me in this video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed and hit the like button. It's a brand new channel, and if you just take a couple seconds to poke those buttons, it really helps me to be able to grow and for other people to see the channel. But either way, thank you so much for watching, and just know that I love you almost as much as I love my dog.